Good evening.
And again, a big swarm from Jake Paul. He's eating shots, and Mike Perry goes down. And again, a big swarm from Jake Paul. He's eating shots, and Mike Perry goes down.
Meanwhile, Jake fulfilled his vow to defeat the King of Violence, knocking Mike Perry down 3 times before ultimately securing a decisive victory in the 6th round.
Solid combination, big attack from Jake Paul, multiple shots, the final one, bang, on the button, sits him down.
Against an undersized opponent who provided minimal defense, Paul unleashed a barrage on Perry, flooring the BKFC star in both the 1st and 2nd rounds on Saturday night. Despite this, Perry kept returning for more, demonstrating a toughness that surpassed his boxing skills. There were a few instances where it seemed the referee might intervene, but Perry remained resilient. It wasn't until the 6th round that Paul once again staggered Perry, eventually knocking him down for good with a barrage of punches.
He's wobbled, that's it! It's over.
Perry managed to get back on his feet before the referee's 10-count concluded. However, when he stumbled while trying to demonstrate his balance at the referee's request, the fight was called off. The official time of the stoppage was recorded at 1:12 in the 6th round. Paul said of Perry, "He's tough as nails. I'm sorry it took so long. Respect to Mike Perry. I just hit too hard. He took a lot of damage. I kind of expected that. I put him down in the 1st round, but he survived it. Mike Tyson, your next big boy, sign the contract."
Mike, I really want to see, bro. I literally can't wait to look across the ring and give him a fucking death stare.
Paul is slated to go up against the 58-year-old former heavyweight champion in a boxing match on November 15th. The pair were initially set to clash on Saturday, but Tyson's health issues caused a postponement, leading to the rescheduled bout. While that remains his top priority, Paul also made another call-out, this time taking aim at a current UFC champion. Paul shouted, "Alex Pereira, you said you want to box. I'm the king of this. Come over. We can make it happen. I want you, Alex Pereira. I just beat a BKFC champion. I beat multiple UFC champions. He said he wants to box. Alex Pereira, after Mike Tyson, let's make it happen." Before challenging Tyson and Pereira, Paul had to deliver significant punishment to Perry, whose toughness nearly worked against him. Perry's lack of defense allowed Paul to land a powerful overhand right early in the 1st round, sending the bare-knuckle fighter to the canvas. However, Perry quickly got back on his feet. Perry still seemed to find it difficult to handle Paul's size and influence. In the 2nd round, Paul continued his strategy, letting Perry advance while preparing his own powerful strikes. At this moment, Paul unleashed another massive right hand, flooring Perry once more.
Perry versus Jake Paul is done, it's in the bag, and it is over. And once again, the problem child, Jake Paul, was victorious. He extends his record to 10-1 in the squared circle. Got the job done, got a stoppage over Mike Perry, and to be honest, he was in control the whole time.
Perry staggered as he rose to his feet, determined not to retreat. He advanced toward Paul, unleashing every bit of his arsenal. Just as it seemed Paul was about to secure a knockout, Perry retaliated with a powerful left hand. Despite being outboxed, Perry relentlessly advanced with a crazed determination, unleashing furious combinations against Paul. Though Paul landed the more effective punches, Perry succeeded in opening a cut above Paul's eye, forcing the social media influencer to retreat. Just as it seemed Perry was about to pick up steam, Paul tapped into a fresh burst of energy at the onset of the 4th round, aiming for a knockout. Paul relentlessly threw a left jab, followed by a devastating right hand, repeatedly connecting with Perry's chin. As the battle raged on, Perry appeared to be on the verge of collapse, while Paul skillfully selected his punches, searching for the knockout. Paul's lead jab found its mark every time, and Perry was powerless to defend against it. Eventually, with Perry staggering from a relentless onslaught of punches, Paul surged forward, unleashing a flurry of blows. The decisive punch sent Perry to the canvas once more, prompting the referee to mercifully end the fight. Perry said to Paul after the fight, "I was trying to roll with the punches and hit your ass back. You did a great job. You were way too fast for me and I couldn't adjust. I tried, but the kid hit me hard. He was too fast and he adjusted. He's making the right moves and making the right adjustments. He was just too clean, too fast." Paul said he struggled with a hand issue and an illness on Saturday, so he wasn't really at his best, but he managed to do the task. Paul said, "I just didn't didn't feel very good tonight. I was sick leading up to this. My knuckle is messed up. My knuckle was basically broken before the fight. I'm a warrior. I fight through anything. Regarding what comes next, it's highly improbable that Paul will secure a fight with Pereira, given the Brazilian is under a UFC contract. Paul was aware of this reality before mentioning Poatan in his post-fight interview. Now he eagerly anticipates his showdown against Tyson in November. Jake Paul said, "Mike Tyson, I love you, but this is my sport now. It's an honor to get in the ring with you, but I'm going to take your throne." Meanwhile, the boxing community has reacted to Paul's victory. Rampage Jackson tweeted on X saying, "Jake Paul out here looking like a French maid." Kamaru Usman also wrote on X saying, "OMG, let's fight already, SMH 20 minutes walkouts." He made another tweet saying, "Heavyweight versus welterweight." Derek Brunson tweeted on X saying, "Mike Perry out here acting a fool." Turkey Alalshik tweeted, "This is not boxing." Aljamain Sterling said, "Respect to Jake Paul for embracing combat sports and winning, but we need one for the MMA guys. Great scrap so far, can't count Perry out, and Jake is boxing very well." Dustin Jacoby wrote on X saying, "I promise on everything I love I would beat Jake Paul in a boxing match. Respect to Mike Perry, but he wouldn't stand a chance with me." Demetrius Johnson wrote on X saying, "Something is wrong with Perry's leg. He is limping during the fight and back to the corner." Josh Thompson also tweeted, "How long are we going to pretend that Jake Paul is beating people his size or his age? The one person he fought his size and age, he lost to." Jason Mayhem Miller tweeted, "Well, Jake Paul just bullied another smaller guy in lieu of fighting a senior citizen, so God bless America, I guess." Aljamain Sterling said on X, "I know there's a size difference in a lot of Paul fights, but the man is constantly improving in each fight. Credit to him for that part. I would like to see him fight more guys his size like he did with the Fury fight. He could do something in this sport for sure." Jake Paul stands out as one of the most contentious personalities in combat sports, drawing both disdain and attention from fighters. A prime example is Conor McGregor, the UFC star who recently withdrew from his comeback fight due to a broken toe. However, McGregor truly stirred the conversation. McGregor took to X for his customary post-fight tweets, sharing some pointed remarks about both Jake Paul and Mike Perry. McGregor took to X to vent his frustration, expressing his unmistakable animosity towards the problem child. He tweeted, "Jake Paul is the biggest bag I have ever seen in my life. 40-pound weight difference, juiced out of his head, and still shitting himself in there. Nikisa, you should take him to Vegas. Oh, that's right, you could never. The athletic commission testing, real fighting, you could never." And then calling out 60-year-old Mike Tyson, fresh off an in-flight medical emergency? I swear to God, a fat can of bit piss. Most valuable bag. With the tweets being so fresh after the fight, it allowed Jake Paul to respond in real time, with a reporter at the post-fight press conference bringing them to his attention. Paul responded with, "Conor's on Twitter. He's on his yacht, but guess where he's not? In the ring fighting me. The notorious MMA is scared of Jake Paul from Disney Channel." Furthermore, he fired shots at Conor McGregor for refusing to enter the ring with him. He said, "I told you that was going to happen. I told you exactly what was going to happen. He was upping his boy. I said, okay, Conor, like after I fuck up Mike Perry, you are next." Meanwhile, Mike Tyson has reacted to Jack Paul's win over Mike Perry. He also gave a brutal warning to him. He tweeted, "Countdown begins. 118 days, 16 weeks and 6 days, 17 weekends, 2,832 hours, 169,920 minutes, 10,195,200 seconds. Clock starts now." It appears that Mike Tyson needed to hear from Jake Paul. Paul said, "You're a legend. You're one of the two most famous boxers to ever live. You and Muhammad Ali. It's an honor to get in the ring with you. I'm so honored. You're a legend, but I'm going to take your throne, brother." Paul claimed that prior to his bout with Perry, Tyson had called him. He said, "Tyson was concerned about me taking this fight. He's like, what is Jake thinking? This guy Mike Perry is a killer, so he had some concerns." In fact, Paul claimed that a loss to Perry would have ended his highly anticipated fight with Tyson. Paul agreed to fight Perry after Tyson suffered an ulcer flare-up on May 26th, which led to the postponement of the Tyson-Paul fight. The battle will now take place on November 15th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Paul said, "And I'm going to get another KO and prove everyone wrong once again. Everyone said that this is a mistake taking this fight, that I was an idiot, I was risking it, but that's why I'm here. I take big risks, I put it on the line, and it's anyone, anytime, anyplace." Paul subsequently acknowledged that he had been injured in the lead-up to the fight with Perry, but he downplayed any worries that the bout with Tyson may be postponed. He said, "I was sick before, and my knuckle is swollen. It didn't delay this fight, so why would it delay the Tyson fight? I'm a warrior," Tyson said in a press release on Friday. "Although we had to postpone the fight, I will resume training shortly. While we have a new date, the result will be the same no matter when we fight. Jake Paul is getting knocked out." Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.